Two of the hottest tournament players right now, 8-time bracelet winner Erik Seidel and Vanessa Selbst, who won nearly $3 million in 2010. Vanessa, you beat Phil Galfond to get here, a tough opponent. Now you're sitting across from another tough opponent. What do you have in store for him?
I'm just going to play my game. I mean, I'm pretty much drawing dead, considering Erik wins every 25K plus tournament that he plays, but I'm just hoping to put a stop to it right here and now. Enough is enough.
All right, Erik, you know, you have a few years on Vanessa. What do you think of this younger generation of poker players?
I think she's a fantastic player. She's one of the best players in the world without any question. So I expect a very, very tough match.
Well, we'll let you guys get to it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good luck. Get the cards in the air.
Craig Hummer alongside Ali Najad, ready for the conclusion of the quarterfinals in the Hearts and Diamonds brackets. Last year's runner-up Erik Seidel against the aggressive Vanessa Selbst.
She has got to be flattered hearing Erik Seidel call her one of the best in the world to start the match off.
Having a great run here. She starts with 10-9 suited. Min raise.
Not a bad starting hand.
Erik with 9-6.
Not a good starting hand.
He'll call. Selbst with the Broadway draw. Erik checks.
With about 8,000 in the pot, a standard continuation bet would be half to 2/3.
She bets a half. Erik raises to 10,000.
Seidel knows that 2 out of 3 times Vanessa is going to miss this flop, so he's just putting her to the test. It's the very first hand of the match. She could be raising with any 2 cards, and if she's not connected with a pair, it's tough to call.
And she calls.
Guess not tough enough. Vanessa going to try to take this pot away if Seidel checks the turn.
4 of hearts changes nothing.
This is gut check time for Erik. He's committed to trying to buy this pot with 9-6 offsuit.
That's 18,000 and a fast fold from Vanessa. As we transition back to the feature table, slight edge in chips for Erik Seidel. He looks at 4 deuce and calls. Jack 4 for Vanessa. She checks.
We have a Jack 4 outbreak here in our tournament.
Open ender for Seidel.
Complete air for Vanessa. That's not going to stop her.
She bets 2,000. Erik calls.
This is reminiscent of Benjamin's failed attempt to bluff with Jack 4.
Seidel makes the wheel. Selbst adds the wheel draw. After Vanessa checks, Erik bets 4,000. And Vanessa calls.
Not a mandatory call there. She definitely could have laid down.
6 of clubs on the river. Vanessa checks.
That card's not going to slow Erik down, even though he's gone from having the nuts to having the third nuts.
He bets 10,000.
Oh, I thought it was going to be the end of the hand. Vanessa's got an idea.
She raises to 38,000.
Vanessa is representing 4-7 here. And that would have made sense. She let out on the flop, then check called the turn, and is now check raised big on the end.
Good call. Jack.
Erik calls after some contemplation and is rewarded for the decision.
Think about re-raising?
Well, obviously, there's a few hands that can beat me there.
Nice.
Sure look like you might
I guess
have
I like my hand. I like my play if you're tanking with deuce 4.
Not sure Erik Seidel was thinking too hard.
103,000. Our GoDaddy.com pocket cam shows Erik's 9-6. He calls.
Been doing all right with the 9-6 so far.
5-3 suited for Vanessa.
Vanessa raises.
She raises to 10,000.
This could be the first signs of frustration from Vanessa. This is an unnecessary raise.
Erik calls.
She just assumes he's limping weak and tries to buy the pot.
Vanessa pairs her 5. Erik with the gut shot. Selbst bets 12,000.
12,000. Full steam ahead. She does have the best hand.
Erik raises to 30,000.
Erik raises to 30,000.
He's just testing. He knows Vanessa may try to run him over.
I'm all in.
There's a test. Vanessa goes all in.
Wow, she is ready to gamble. Got to be thrilled she didn't get snap called. Oh, she looks visibly nervous. That's going to be irrelevant, though, when you got 9 high.
Eric lays it down.
Little Hollywood from Seidel. Didn't know he had that in him.
Up just under 3-2. Vanessa on the button. She looks at King 4 and calls. 10-9 for Eric.
Checks.
He checks.
Uncharacteristic of Vanessa to be limping on the button.
Vanessa flops top pair. Eric with bottom 2. Check, check.
Both slow playing.
Jack of spades, 4 to a straight on the board. Seidel's 2 pair still in front.
That card should be an action freezer, and indeed it is.
Vanessa sucks out and moves in front with kings and 4s.
That is 3,000.
Eric bets 3,000. Vanessa raises to 10,000. Eric calls.
2 pair.
Which 2? Those are the best 2.
Vanessa takes the pot.
Super thin value raised by Selbst. Eric clearly not giving her credit for a queen or the flush.
At the feature table, Seidel with a slight lead. Blinds now at 2,500 and 5,000.
Steadily increasing, putting the pressure on the shorter stack.
Vanessa with ace tray. Min raise. Ace 6 for Eric.
I like the way Vanessa's mixing it up. Limping, raising, min raising. She's worked a variety of different angles into the match so far.
Eric pairs his 6. And checks. Check, check. Turn pairs the board. Seidel with jacks and 6s. He bets 10,000.
That's a good card for Seidel's 6s, but he wants to bet and protect against overcards or draws.
Vanessa calls. 4 of clubs. Seidel's 2 pairs still best.
Safe river card for him. You can feel comfortable betting a second time.
He bets 15,000. Vanessa calls. Pot to Seidel.
Nice. Or the ace 6. Yeah. That works too. Nice.
This is not how Selbst scripted her afternoon.
With queen 9, she limps in. Trade deuce for Eric. He checks.
Smaller stack of Vanessa now limping on the button.
Seidel flops 2 pair, trays and deuces, and checks again. Vanessa bets 6,000. And Eric raises to
You just
100,000.
check raised me normal. I was going to come back over the top. Seriously.
Vanessa folds.
Guess you didn't want that.
Pot to Seidel.
A big over raise from Eric, just designed to dismiss the flush draws. Protect that little 2 pair for all the money. Absolutely rolling in 2011. In the first 3 months of the year alone,
He won just shy of $3.6 million. How do you like that for your Q1?
Not too shabby. With 6-4 suited, he's limped in. Vanessa with tray deuce this hand. She checks. Vanessa makes trays. Seidel with the gut shot. Vanessa checks. Eric bets 8,000.
a little semi-bluff. He does have the gut shot.
Vanessa calls.
She's feeling like Eric can't always have her beat on the flop.
Eric pairs his 4 to move ahead.
He can always beat her on the turn, though.
Check, check. River pairs the board. Seidel's 7s and 4s best.
Look at this. Vanessa reaching.
She bets 18,000.
She can represent so many things here. Diamonds coming home for a flush, 3 7s, even a king.
Eric mucks.
And again, when you bluff as often as Vanessa does, you got to be prepared to value bet light.
I don't know why I trust you.
Work for the courtroom because it doesn't work out too well in poker.
Seidel with king 4 suited. Limps in. Jack 4, there you go, Ali.
My goodness.
All in.
Dealer.
Vanessa goes all in. Eric folds.
Well, Vanessa's the one putting things to bed, namely Eric's King 4.
Not much reaction from Seidel.
He is ice cold.
He's now up just under 2-1 in chips. Vanessa looks at 8-6 suited and limps in. Queen 10 for Eric. He raises to 23,000.
Signs of life.
All in.
Vanessa goes all in again.
Wow.
And Eric folds again.
Good hand, but not that good.
Vanessa's not playing games. Clearly, she's picked up on something that's telling her Eric Seidel is raising light.
Pocket 6s for Seidel. Makes the min raise.
He's not light this time.
King Queen for Vanessa.
All in.
She goes all in once again.
Well, that stinks, because I don't know if I can fold this.
The gloves have come off.
I call.
Eric calls.
Eric, a slight favorite to win the match right here.
Yeah. Best hand I've seen.
Let's take a look at the flop.
Vanessa looks disappointed. It's not over yet.
8-10-5. Eric 6 is still good.
The lead.
That much closer to over. Vanessa needs a king
turn.
or a queen to take the lead.
Vanessa adds some outs with the Broadway draw.
Too many outs. Too many outs. No chance.
Oh, not this move.
Good game, Eric.
Queen, ace, 9.
9 or an ace will give Vanessa a straight. Queen or a king will work as well. Will she do it?
She does. She hits the queen, doubles up, and takes a massive chip lead. Runner-up Eric Seidel over 4-1.
Seidel has less than 10 big blinds.
GoDaddy.com pocket cam shows Vanessa's queen 7. She puts Eric all in. No-brainer call from Seidel with pocket aces.
Yeah, he's okay to play ball.
And we are all in at the feature table. Two
Bit of a
aces for
whoopsie
Eric
there from
Seidel.
Vanessa.
So we're gonna
How can I not win this one? I got this in the bag.
Way to get it all in against aces, Vanessa.
I'm so bad. I should have known he had aces.
The peanut gallery getting involved.
And a
Set of aces for Seidel to almost assure he'll double up.
You got a lot of support here.
Just put it like put a 10 up there.
That will give Vanessa a two-way straight draw.
Turn.
She'll have to settle for the one-way straight draw, which is better than drawing dead.
Seidel's got to dodge one of 4 pink slips in that deck if he wants to stay alive.
Vanessa makes queens, but it's too little too late. Seidel doubles up.
Pretty sick.
That 4-1 chip lead is quickly slipped to a 3-2.
Lines at 5 and 10,000 at the feature table. Eric looks at queen 6. Min raise. King 8 suited for Vanessa. She calls.
40,000 in the pot, heading to the flop.
Seidel pairs his 6. Vanessa with the gut shot. She checks.
Top pair and a good kicker worth a few chips.
Eric bets 15,000.
I'm all in.
Vanessa puts Eric all in.
Yikes! Queen 6 might be worth a few chips. Perhaps not 158,000 of them, though. Gutsy move by Vanessa.
I call.
He calls.
All in and all
She simply wasn't going to get away with this forever. Eric has drawn a line in the sand, and for the second time, he'll be all in as a favorite.
Here's the turn.
Trip sixes for Seidel.
For Eric Seidel.
That's a bad card for me.
Eric looking to dodge one of 4 sevens in the deck. If he can do that, he'll double up. This pot is effectively for the match.
It is a
Hit my
king,
out.
3 sixes.
King of diamonds, Seidel will double up. Vanessa now staring at an 8-1 chip deficit.
Monolithic.
143.
Just a few pots ago, Vanessa was enjoying a 4-1 chip
Hit
lead.
my out, though.
Admittedly, she did run into pocket aces, but she's got an eagerness about her that's emblematic of somebody who doesn't want to play a long, drawn-out match against their opponent. I'll tell you, being across the felt from Eric Seidel is no picnic.
She looks at 9-7 suited and goes all in with ace-jack.
Eric calls.
Seidel calls.
Jack for Eric Seidel. 7-9
Automatic
of clubs
play
for
from Vanessa
Selbst.
with 4 big
Ace of diamonds,
blinds.
Jack of clubs. 7-9 of clubs.
She's not pleased to be up against ace-jack, and who can blame her?
Seidel flops trip
Here's
aces.
the flop.
And Vanessa's got to just figure this isn't her day.
3 aces
The
for
collapse
Eric
is
Seidel.
almost complete.
Here's the turn.
She needs running clubs, and the king of clubs won't do it.
The spade seals the deal for the second year in a row. We'll see Eric Seidel in the semifinals.
That is an impressive feat by Seidel, who's going to hang tight for the winner of the Andrew Roble.
I know how much this tournament meant to you. How frustrated are you?
You know, I'm not super frustrated, honestly. I didn't, you know, Eric played very well. I didn't get the cards. It's a very fast structure, so if you don't get good cards, you don't really have a chance. So, you know, it's, I'll be back next year and hopefully improve on this year's performance.
All right, thanks for playing. Eric, you said she was going to be a tough opponent. Did she do what you expected her to?
She's really strong. So I never really know what to expect, and she's really one of these players that just keeps you guessing. So you know, I feel very fortunate to be moving on.
Can you explain all the success you've had in this tournament?
I can't.
All right, you're moving on to the semis. We'll see you there. Thanks, Eric.
Thanks.